Hey boys and girls, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. And in the last episode, I believe we finished off the final dungeon of the game. And the reason why I think that is due to the fact that we actually received our final siren instrument of the sirens, also known as the Thunder Drum. And all we needed was all 8 of these little instruments to actually wake up the Windfish, so I feel like we're done with the dungeons. And also, since we also have all the keys, the only thing we're missing, and apparently I did search this up, it's actually not even an item that you would get from a dungeon, it's actually a quest. And it's actually for Daze, but in order to do the quest, you just do a bunch of random made dungeons. It actually isn't any story attached to it, so we're gonna leave that and be, because all it is a fairy bottle. So I feel like we don't really need to do that. But in this one, we're gonna be actually heading over to the Windfish finally. So with that, let's read off this book one last time, because we did this in the last one, but I want to remember what the actual directions were, so you guys know it, and so I know it as well. So, The Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Do you really want to read it? Yes. Round and round the passageways of the egg. Right, up, left, triple up. And this should apparently lead us through the egg. This book reeks of secrets. Yes, it does. But let's get Mambo's Mambo ready for whatever we're about to do, because all we know is that we're heading to the Windfish Egg now, since we have everything else. And also Ulrian told us to go there as well, so there's only one place to go. Daze's shack, take us all the way to where we need to be. But yeah, I'm actually surprised we're actually this close to the end of the game. If this is the finale of the game, that's actually pretty sad, because the game was pretty fun. I'm gonna be sad when this game eventually does end. Although, I don't think this last fight is gonna be the easiest if this is the final area, because usually we run into final bosses in the end of Legend of Zelda games, so honestly I have a feeling that we're gonna be running into something if we do end up waking this thing. So, let's wake up the Windfish. I'm guessing, I'm gonna say it's probably her song since we have yet to use it. So, the Ballad of the Windfish, the melody that Marin is always singing. Let's try this out. And apparently it was indeed what we needed to do. Perfect. Okay, so, grab all our instruments of the sirens, and let's use this stuff to basically make an alarm clock, I would think. That's basically what I thought was what we were doing with these things, to be honest. Since the game kinda didn't really explain why he needed these instruments to wake up. But, I guess we'll find out. Also, I kinda wonder what this Windfish actually looks like. Or is it a metaphor, honestly? Because, honestly, based on what we were told, it was nothing like the wind and nothing like a fish. Based on the small bit of, things that we got based on, like, the little lore for this thing. But other than that, we have no idea what this thing actually looks like, or why we actually want to wake it. Well, there we go. He should be finally waking up. And based on how all the nightmares have been talking, they didn't want this thing to wake up. But we kept trying and get all these instruments to actually wake the thing up, so hopefully, in the end, waking this thing up was a good idea, because, yeah, we actually still don't know if this is actually a good idea or not. The time has come. The Windfish awaits. Enter the egg, hoot hoot. Okay, let's enter into the egg. Cause, yeah, I don't know what we're doing in here. The Windfish's egg. Well, let's just make our way through. Is it a dungeon? No, actually, it's not even a dungeon. Okay. Did I have to jump down there, or was there a reason to that? Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, it was right up. Yeah, right up. And then we have to go left after we do the next up. So up again. Then we gotta go left. And then triple up. So just keep going up. Don't stop going upward until the game does something else. Okay, one more time. And this should be it. There we go. Okay, cool. Oof, okay, now we don't have to worry. So, I don't know where we're going, but into the black hole of death and destruction, because I have no clue where we're going.
We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the Windfish sleep endlessly. If the Windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. we would have been the masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble.
Okay, so this is the final boss, or whatever this thing is. So what is actually trying to stop us from waking this thing up? A black orb? Hello, friend? Okay. You don't look terrifying whatsoever. You're the final boss? Okay. Well, let's see what we gotta do here. No idea how to fight him yet. Okay, so our sword bounces off of it, based on me just trying to smack at it. So I'm guessing that's doing no damage. Let's try boomerang. Honestly, maybe the boomerang does something. Okay, wait for him to hit the ground again. Nope, boomerang does nothing, so I'm guessing that's just gonna bounce off. Anything else would bounce off him, so let's try the bomb. Honestly, I don't think you can actually land a bomb on him. Maybe. Nope, bomb did nothing. Okay. Only other thing I can think of is maybe the magic powder? We've rarely used this as a weapon, so let's see. Okay, magic powder does do something. Okay. So magic powder is actually going to be used as a weapon for the first time in forever. Usually the game has been really, lenient on the enemies that actually need this stuff to actually... Can you not? Wow, he's actually done 4 HP damage to me. Okay, there we go. Now he's doing something else. Okay, what are you doing now? Oh, now you kind of look like the genie guy. Okay. Okay, that does nothing. Okay, waiting to see if there's anything specific that we need to do. I'm thinking maybe Mirror Shield to do the fact that he's shooting fire at us. Nope, Mirror Shield does nothing. Okay, well, let's try Boomerang. Boomerang might do something. Nope, went right through him. What? Okay. How about Bow and Arrow? Nope, Bow and Arrow does nothing. I don't think that's gonna do anything, so let's try this. Magic Wand of Death? No. Can I hit it back at him? Oh, you have to hit it back at him. Okay. I was thinking the Mirror Shield would be the thing. Oh, that's definitely not something I can hit. Okay, wait for the red ones to come at us, and then we can bounce it back. Okay, this seems easy. Okay, this is actually not that hard to deal with. Okay, make sure it's not a blue one. Fire. Okay, missed him. meant to actually aim at him, but it's fine. Okay, blue we know we can't hit, so not even trying that. Unless you use the Mirror Shield on that, but honestly, I'm not too sure. Wow, this guy's actually doing some damage to me, all things considered. Okay, 3 hits on him. I'm not sure how many times we actually have to hit him, but... Oop, I thought that was going to be the blue one, I'll be honest. Also, I'm going to be sad when the series actually does end, to be completely honest, because this is actually going to be the finale for the Christmas series as well. Since, I was only going to do this for, basically 3 weeks, and I wanted to at least end the series that we were on before we actually stopped doing the whole Christmas stuff, so this is going to be the finale of Santa Spooks, sadly, but it was a fun time, honestly. I really did like doing this. Ooh, Moldorm again. The first boss all over again. Okay, we get a second time to actually completely waste this guy, unlike last time. Last time we almost went down to this thing, literally our first boss we almost messed up on. Okay, so far so good. Oh, goodness, he's fast. Can you slow down? I don't know how I'm gonna actually hit you when you're moving at Mach 10 speed. Just gonna be honest there, buddy. Okay, there he goes, he's done. Okay, I don't think we should use a fairy yet. I don't know when we should, but we are actually kind of low. We're at 7 HP now of 16. He's been... Wait, is that Ganon? Okay. That's kind of cool that he's turning into a bunch of different bosses from... I think he's been like a boss from each game, I think, actually. Okay, ow. Okay, he charged me. I didn't expect him to do that. I don't know what kind of thing to do to this guy yet, but he actually is a little dangerous. The fire bats aren't too bad, but the actual throwing of the spear can actually be pretty bad if we get stuck in a corner, like he did last time. Okay? And he also charged me as well. Okay, we got a spin on him. I wasn't sure if we could swing at him normally, and we have ran into a couple enemies that we had to spin attack, so honestly I felt like we probably should at least try it, to be honest, and apparently it worked, so at least now we know we have to spin attack him. Okay, wait for him to throw his spear, charge up, get ready to spin on top of him. Okay, cool. 2 spin attacks in. Don't know how many more times we have to hit him though, but so far so good. He's not actually that hard. So it looks like, what do you call it? It's just basically kind of like a boss rush, but with different types of bosses throughout the ages, basically. Okay, down goes Ganon. Okay, so far so good. What's he doing now? What the heck is that? Okay. Ow. Okay, my sword just bounces off of him, so I'm gonna say... What have we not used yet? Boomerang. No, boomerang does do something. Okay, just keep throwing the boomerang at him then. He's technically stuck in place, so GG. That wasn't that hard. Okay, so far so good. How many more forms do you have actually, buddy? Okay, now that looks familiar. That's literally Vadi from, what do you call it? Minish Cap and Four Swords. That's actually really cool. That's actually really cool. That's one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games. But this is before Four Swords and, what do you call it, and Minish Cap, so that means this guy actually existed before that, so Vani is a reference to this guy. Huh, that's kind of cool. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my fairies just because we're on 3 HP, so I'm gonna use that to kind of full HP myself. Although it didn't give me full HP, we're back to 10 now. Just so you guys have an idea of where I'm at, since I do know that my camera is blocking my hearts. Actually, I actually have something planned for the next time we have to deal with anything like that. I'm actually getting a green screen for sure now. Although it was just a, like, again, I wasn't too sure if I really wanted one or not before, because I like the fact that I can change up my background and stuff. So I wasn't too sure on if I wanted a green screen or not, so now that I'm kind of for sure on that, I feel like we can actually do these a lot more justice than we did with the camera angle on all these episodes. Although, I don't think it was really that bad since I didn't actually die at all, so honestly the HP really didn't matter, to be completely honest. If I actually did die, I think it would have mattered at least a little bit, so you guys know how close I was to actually dying. Or how close, like, I was near to death, but I was kind of like going like, oh yeah, I'm really close to dying now and stuff like that, so I was actually making call-outs. So honestly, it wasn't the worst case scenario. It's just that the green screen will help me when I need certain games that I don't have an area where I can put a box in the screen, because I like the little way that you can put like things in your background. So that's the reason why I used the box formation more than I wanted to. Oh, let me explain this better. But yeah, as I was saying, the box in the top left or top right or bottom or wherever I put the box is actually, honestly, I like the fact that you can have the whole background and you can kind of decorate what's going on. You can kind of see a Santa Claus in my TV because he's technically right behind me and stuff like that. And then you got the Score Bunny as a reference to when we did Pokemon Sword and Shield, and you also have the little link behind me to do a little reference to this game, and also the Yoshi doll was actually put back there because of the whole fact of the trading sequence after we actually unlocked it. So I was like, you know what, I actually have a Yoshi doll, so let's put it in the background, and just add it as like a little Easter egg. So yeah, once we do get the green screen, I will use it for games that are more like this, where we have less room on the screen, so we don't have to worry about, like, having the camera in a wrong spot or anything. But with that, let's continue on our adventure since we're kind of getting off topic.
This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world.
Your world indeed. You still didn't actually have a name, so I honestly don't know what to really call you. I guess I'll just name you Nightmare. Well, see you later, Nightmare.
Spooks, you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you.
Okay. The stairway to heaven? I think? Honestly, I don't even know where we're going now. Why is there stairs inside an egg? Oh, they were not kidding. We actually are in his dream. Because there is no way this is inside an egg. Okay, then. Well, at least that answered the question. We actually are inside his dream. Or nightmare, I guess you could say.
Hoot. Young lad, I mean Spooks. The hero you have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream world. But one day the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Spooks, came to rescue this island. I have always trusted in your courage. I knew that you could turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Spooks. My work is done. The windfish would soon wake. Goodbye, Hoot.
Okay, well, see you later, Guardian Owl. So I'm guessing we're finally gonna... Wait, that's the windfish? Oh, wait a minute. You look really, 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 really familiar. He looks like the giant whale from Skyward Sword. I don't think exactly, but that's actually what he kind of looks like to me. Is that actually how he looked like in the original game? Because if that is, they have had that design for a long time. And I'm surprised they finally did end up using him for Skyward Sword, because he really reminds me of that one. Although he's a little different than the one from Skyward Sword. Because I'm pretty sure that one had like a beard, if I remember correctly. I think it was called Leviathan in specific. But, well, this is obviously a different windfish, but it definitely does remind me of Skyward Sword, though, just because of the design of it.
I am the windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island, with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it might be the nature of the dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of the dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday, though, may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. Come, Spooks. Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening.
Okay. Well, there's my proof that I wasn't actually part of the dream, because he literally said we wake up as well. So that makes sense then. Because I had that kind of theory, if we were part of the dream, that we were just outsiders. Well, due to the fact that this is indeed a dream, everything else is disappearing now that the windfish wakes. Although that means the monsters all disappear too, but that also means that all the villagers and people, and the guy that literally looks like Mario and Luigi are disappearing for good. And Marin as well. I wonder what Marin's dream was, or, you know, yeah, what was her wish? Because she made a wish to the windfish. The only thing we knew is that she wanted to leave the island. But other than that, Marin's gone, and her wish doesn't come true, because now that the island is gone, she's gone with it. Well, back to wherever we need to be heading, because honestly I have no clue where we even are, if we are asleep. Because the last time we saw Link was, what do you call it? We were on the ocean, and then a giant storm took place, and then a giant wave hit us, and now we're on our raft out in the middle of the ocean. Well, the good thing we were still on the log, or if we... Because honestly, if we didn't have that log and we were asleep, we would have drowned in our sleep. And that's gonna just be a complete honest idea there, because, yeah, Link would have been big dead if he didn't have his hand on that log before he completely fell asleep. I do wonder how he entered the windfish's dream, though. Huh. Oh! Now that makes more sense. We were dreaming right next to him. Okay. Huh. I guess that makes sense. So we had like a shared dream due to the fact that we were so close to him. And due to the fact that we shipwrecked really close to him and went into a coma, it was enough to kind of force us into his dream. That's actually kind of cool. So, what's next? Just try and get home then? Because we actually have no clue where the heck Link is. And how is he going to get off the ocean now that his raft is basically kaput? Oh, they weren't kidding on Windfish. I didn't actually expect him to start flying in the sky. But, you know what? Huh. Oh, okay. Huh, so I was told that you get something for not dying a single time, so that was the reason why I tried not to die in this episode. I don't want to die in general in the game, because I want to see how far I can actually get without messing up on any of the dungeons or whatever, and we ended up beating the game without dying a single time. We got really close, I'll be honest, but I was told that we get some kind of special thing for actually completing the game like this, so I kind of do wonder what's gonna happen, because I was told you get like something that actually marks that you did indeed not die a single time, so I'm gonna let you guys with the credits, and I'll be right back if something happens. So BRB boys and girls, I'll see you very, very shortly. Okay, maybe that was the thing that you got for that. Because nothing else happened, so I'm kind of confused. I thought I was told that there was actually something that happens. Maybe, oh, maybe it's on hero mode or something like that, because we did play it on the easier difficulty. So, I guess that would make sense then. Well, either way, it was still really fun, I'll be honest. I had a lot of fun with this. Although, what do you call it? I do still have questions, but other than that, it was a lot of fun, honestly. Like, some of my questions is, like, yeah, like, one, how did we actually get in here? Because I kind of made my own theory, unless that's what you're supposed to do, is kind of make your own theories on how you got to where you are. And why he's inside a giant egg is another question. But I guess that also makes sense because that kind of got explained to small bits. But there was, yeah, there was a couple things that I still want answered, but I don't think the game's going to answer them. I think we kind of have to make theories on what exactly happened here. So, one thing I do get is that in order to make this world entirely real, in Link's world, he has to remember this place. And as long as we remember this place, it still exists. So, technically, Mabe Village and all this stuff actually doesn't completely disappear, as long as Link remembers it at the end of the day. So that means none of these people are technically fake, or mirages, or, like, just dreams or anything. But they're all, technically, all real people. Other than that, I don't really know what happened exactly. Still pretty fun though, honestly. I had a lot of fun with this. Although, I am sad that it's going to be over, because there's nothing else for us to do. The only thing we can do is literally just Dompe's Shack, which is, just kind of like you make your own dungeons, basically, is what I was told. So, yeah, so there's literally nothing really there. The only thing we can really get from Dompe now is literally just the fairy bottle, which honestly isn't that bad. And then also the heart pieces, but we really don't need all the heart pieces because you never really needed all of them when it came to Legend of Zelda. You just, depending on how hard the game is for you, then it's kind of recommended that you go for more and more heart pieces. Or if you have the ability to, it's good to at least make sure that you can collect some if you get the chance to. Unless there's like speedrunning the game, obviously, you can just go for like 3 and somehow get to the end of the game and fight the final boss with 3 HP, but that's usually not recommended. But honestly, I had a lot of fun with this. Although this is the end of this series and the end of Santa Spooks for at least this year, because this is going to be a monthly thing when it comes to Christmas now, that we'll start doing this from now on. Because honestly, I had a lot of fun with this. Although I want to have more games that are based on, like, kind of like, I can make in reference to this, because if there's any, like, Christmas-themed stuff like Crown Tundra, it would honestly be really good for a series like this. So, I know I did Link's Awakening when I could have probably found another game that was, like, snow-themed, but honestly, I really wanted to do a Legend of Zelda game. This has been something that I've been trying to do for, like, the longest time, since I've never been able to do any of these kind of games on the channel, since I never done an exploration game, like a full-on exploration game, that had lower amount of story. Usually, like, the games that I do are, like, you know, like, actually story-heavy, so, although Legend of Zelda is pretty story-heavy, I guess you can say, but not when it comes to, like, Ni no Kuni and some other games, where you have constant dialogue being told to you, and you kind of know where you're going at all times. This is one of those games you kind of figure out on your own. As long as you kind of know what you're doing, you can kind of, like, know what to do, and you don't really need the game to tell you what to do. So that's why it's usually not very story-heavy, unless you're talking about the lore of the games. Then that's where the story actually comes in. But honestly, yeah, this was definitely a fun series. I don't know what game we're going to be doing next, though, because I was going to do Mystery of the Emblem, the original Fire Emblem game, because of the fact that the anniversary game is coming out, and they made it all in English, and they're re-releasing it and stuff like that. And I honestly want to play through that, but I think I don't think it's going to be out by the... Wait, that's... Oh, you know what? We'll go in here while we're talking about it. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be out by the time I get to my next game, so I don't know what the next game is going to be, but I'm going to probably think of something that's, like, easier to do. Oh, hello, buddy.
Hey, kid, you woke up from a fine nap. Thanks a lot, but now I'll get my revenge. Are you ready? I'll let you carry more magic powder. Hehe. Are you ready?
Sure. Oh. Okay. So if you really wanted more magic powder, just find this guy. Huh. That was just random.
Heh, you deserve it. Now look at all that junk you have to carry. Heh, take care, see you again.
Oh. Thanks. I didn't even mean to do that. I just randomly found it, and cool. Now we have more magic powder, even though we don't even need it, because literally this is the final episode. So, thanks, I guess, game. But yeah, I don't think the game's gonna come out by the time I actually go and do my next recording, so I'll have to figure out what game I'm gonna do. It's more than likely gonna be a shorter game, because I have to have something that at least tide me over until then. So, with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you all in the next series. Santa Spooks signing out, and in the next one, I'll be doing my normal stuff. No more Santa Claus costumes, just chilling out. You might see a Santa thing in the background, because when I'm recording this stuff, it's actually still kind of Christmas for me, so yeah, I'll be seeing you all in the next one. So, peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.